A girl wakes up in the middle of the night, shaking. A stranger just visited her in her sleep. Pale skin, gray eyes, blonde hair. And this stranger looks her dead in the eye and says, "My name is Ashley Hall. I'm not missing. I'm dead, and I need you to find me." She's never heard that name in her life. She lives hundreds of miles away. She knows nothing about this girl. So why won't she stop coming back every single night? I'm Cole, and this is Midnight Files. Ashley Hall was 20 years old. Pale skin, blonde, beautiful. Mid-June 2004. She left for work and never came back. An hour late, then 2, then 3. Her family started calling. Her phone switched off. Her work, no answer. Maybe she stopped to see a friend, a neighbor. So, they waited. But this wasn't like her. Ashley never went anywhere without telling them. Then night fell. Something was wrong. Why were her phones off? Why didn't she call? They reached her co-workers, and they said she never even came in that day. So where did she go? Ashley had a friend, Robert Mac Michael, they called him. "Hey, Michael, have you seen Ashley?" "No, haven't seen her, haven't talked to her." "Why, is something wrong? She left for work this morning and never came home. And her job says she never showed up." "Okay, let me reach her friends. Maybe she went for a walk. Did somebody upset her?" "No, nobody. She was completely normal." Everyone started searching, and they waited 48 hours. Because that's what the police told them. "You can't report someone who's just running late," they said. "Maybe she's out with friends and lost track of time. Maybe she's at a relative's. Wait, 48 hours. If she still hasn't turned up, come back." The family said it was impossible. She always tells us. For 2 days, they tore the world apart. Even Robert searched with them. Every hospital, every station. Maybe an accident. Maybe someone picked her up by mistake. 48 hours passed. They went to the police. "This is the first time she's ever done this. Here's her photo. Please find her." So the description went out, and now the police were searching too. A week. No sign, no word, and now they were certain. Something terrible had happened. 5 weeks in, the father went to the detective. "Have you found anything?" "Nothing. She hasn't traveled. No movement at any border. She has to surface. I have suspicions about her friend." "Which friend?" Robert Mac Michael." "Why him?" And the father said, "I know he's been searching with us this whole time. But there was a problem before, between him and my daughter. It turned into a complaint. We filed a report, and Robert was arrested for assaulting her, threatening her, stalking her. Then we dropped the charges." "Why didn't you tell me this from the start?" "Because things went back to normal. Honestly, I don't even understand their relationship anymore. They just made up." So they pulled the file. Robert and Ashley had been together. A real relationship. They fell out. She told him she was leaving. And he beat her, stalked her, threatened her over the phone, until her family proved it all and had him arrested. Then she dropped the charges and they became surface-level friends. And the father said, "I think there's hatred buried in his heart. Maybe he was waiting for us to forget. And then he takes her." So they arrested Robert and questioned him. "That day, did you see Ashley?" "No, never." "There was something between you two." "Yeah, that's no secret. Everyone knew, but we dropped it. We reconciled. We're friends now. Ask anyone." And they did. Friend after friend said the same thing. Those two were back to normal. "We want to search your house." "Go ahead. I've got nothing to hide." They searched everything. His house, his friends' houses, every fingerprint in his car. Nothing, no blood, not one trace of Ashley, no evidence at all. So, they let him go. And the family, feeling guilty for accusing him, went to apologize. And Robert took it well. I understand what you're going through, but it's impossible that I'd hurt Ashley. I have nothing but love and respect for her. She's one of my dearest friends. They thanked him, and he said, I promise you, I'll keep searching until she turns up. A month, 2, 3. The first year passed. They gave up hope. The second year came, and by now they knew. She was dead, killed, buried somewhere, and her secret had died with her. Who did it? Nobody knew. Ashley was bright, sweet, loved by everyone, no enemies, except that one thing with Robert, and that ended with him cleared. And then, 2 years after she vanished, something strange happens. There's a girl named Christy. She lives in Detroit, Michigan, hundreds of miles from Ashley's home in Ohio. She doesn't know Ashley, doesn't know her family, has never heard a word about the disappearance. One night, Christy has a dream. A ghost appears, a pale girl with gray eyes, blonde, and she speaks. Christy, my name is Ashley Hall. Christy jolts awake, shaking. It felt real. Just a nightmare, she tells herself. The next night, the same girl. Christy, my name is Ashley Hall, and I've come to ask for your help. She wakes, drinks some water, splashes her face, goes back to sleep, and that same night, she dreams again. Search for my name. You'll see I'm real. Ashley Hall, from Columbus, Ohio. And I'm not missing. I'm dead. Help my family find the truth. I'm buried. Right there. And she showed her the exact place. Christy woke up terrified. She started telling everyone, this girl keeps coming to me. I know her name. She's from Ohio. She says she was murdered and buried in a farm, and she's begging me to help. So Christy searched the name, and it was real. Ashley Hall, Ohio. She called the police. I have information about a girl named Ashley Hall. She's been murdered. She's buried in this land. Who are you? Christy, from Detroit. How do you know this? I had a dream about her. A dream about a girl you've never met, never heard of. Come down to the station. She went. I had a dream and she told me her name. We don't act on dreams. But the girl is real. She actually exists. Maybe you read about it. Heard it from a neighbor. These stories spread. Should we send out detectives every time someone has a nightmare? Go home. Sleep. She's really missing in Ohio. We know. It was in the news. Her photo went everywhere. It crossed your path. You forgot it and you dreamed about her. Go home. They did look into her, wondering if she was the killer, trying to confess from a distance. But Christy had no record. She'd never set foot in Ohio. No connection, no calls. So they decided it was just a dream, and they brushed her off. But Christy wouldn't let it go. She tracked down Ashley's family in Ohio, got on a bus and rode hundreds of miles, until she was standing face to face with them. Hi, who are you? My name is Christy. I had a dream about your daughter, Ashley Hall. I found out she's been missing for more than 2 years. You had a dream. Maybe the story just reached you somehow. No, she came to me. She asked me to help find her. Shock. What are you saying? I went to the police and they threw me out. But I swear, when she came to me, I had never heard the story, never seen a photo, and she told me she's buried in a farm. They froze. This farm, it exists. It exists. Where? Right next to Robert's house, Ashley's friend. Now the family had already suspected Robert, and he'd come up clean. So, they took Christy to the detective. Listen to what she's saying. I dreamed about your missing girl. I'm only seeing her photo now. I knew nothing about this case. First, we check you out. No problem. And she was clean, never set foot in the state. Didn't know Ashley, didn't know the family, hadn't heard the story. Nothing. Can you take us to this farm? Yes, that's the one I saw. So they took her. And it wasn't a farm. It was a forest. But the last row of houses backed right up to it. And one of them was Robert's. Where exactly? I don't know exactly. In the dream, she just showed me the forest where she's buried. So they brought the dogs, the K9 units, forensics, a whole volunteer search team. They combed the forest piece by piece, sweeping it with sticks, for 3-4 hours, and they found nothing. The detective said, "Christy, this isn't on you. It's on me for listening to a woman who had a dream. I dragged all these people out here, and now I look like a fool." Then search the garden, right next to Robert's house. That's private property. I need a warrant. I need evidence. We already searched that man, and he came back innocent. I'm not doing it again without proof. They turned to her. Lead the way. Show us. Please, listen to me. I can't sleep anymore. That's how much she comes to me. I won't leave this state until I find the truth. And he shut her down. The officers walked off. Christy sat with the family, trying to convince them, apologizing. I came to help. I don't want anything. Please, just understand me. It's been 2 years. We searched. There's nothing. We thank you for caring. But please, let us be. So she left, and finally, she gave up too. And then, 2-3 months later, Robert is arrested. Why? Here's what Robert did that day. He walked into the house and saw his mother with her boyfriend. Her name was Barbara McMichael, and the boyfriend was just sitting there, no idea what was coming. Robert came in with the shovel, the one you use to clear snow. He swung it at the boyfriend's head. One blow was enough to kill him. Then he turned on his mother, and he strangled her until the life left her body. When it finally hit him that he'd killed his own mother and her boyfriend, he dragged the bodies out, dug a hole in the garden, and buried them. Then he took his mother's things, money, gold, jewelry, and sold it all at the market. A while later, the reports came in. The boyfriend was missing, and Barbara was missing too. Her friends and neighbors were asking around, and the police connected it. This man was Barbara's boyfriend, and both were gone, and Barbara lived with her son, Robert. So they arrested him, because he'd just sold jewelry at the market. Somebody flagged it, and it turned out to be his missing mother's. "Where's your mother? Talk." They searched the house, and they found bloodstains, his mother's and another man's, a match for the missing boyfriend. Cornered, Robert confessed. "I killed them. I buried them in the garden." So they dug, and they pulled out his mother, and the boyfriend, and then a third body. The third body. Ashley Hall, the girl Christy dreamed about, the one nobody believed. And Robert confessed to that too. He'd killed Ashley and buried her right there, in the land behind their house. But why? With the dogs right there, that close. Did they smell nothing? Because when Robert buried Ashley, he built her a grave out of concrete. He filled the hole with cement, threw her body in, and poured concrete over the top of her. So when the dogs circled that garden, they caught nothing. They couldn't reach her. That's why she was never found. Robert McMichael was tried for the murder of his mother, her boyfriend, and Ashley Hall. He was sentenced to life in prison, with no chance of parole, ever. And that was the end of our story.